everyone. Happy Saturday. I hope you're all having a great day so far. This morning was actually not too shabby. I know it was so cold, so below freezing, but yesterday we had 25 degrees here in Charlotte. It was the coldest morning of fall, coldest morning since March 13th, and the coldest, or like it matched the top 10 coldest of the year so far. So including the coldest time of the year, of course, in January and February. So 25 yesterday was kind of a nightmare, I'll be honest, just because of not being used to it, right? But 31 this morning was at least a little bit more pleasant. But of course, a different story up toward the Buffalo area, especially where parts of New York near the coast have seen, I've seen reports of 66 to 72 inches of snow. Yes, so close to 6 feet of snow. Kind of crazy. Picture, video. Brad has a lot of awesome ones over on his Twitter, social media, things of that nature. But that's actually an area I want to point out here on our map that you got to watch if you're going to be traveling. Upstate New York, especially toward the coast, northern part, northwestern, I guess that is, a part of Pennsylvania, Michigan, all that, those areas. Something to watch for winter weather impacts potentially today if you are traveling early for Thanksgiving. Otherwise, not really going to be an issue, of course, here in the Charlotte metro area. Snowfall potential, of course, could get even higher as they go through the next few days because of that lake effect snow. So you can kind of see those totals topping off close to about 5 to 10 more inches in a few spots, especially the one shaded in the darkest blue and into the pink. Just wanted to kind of show everyone this graphic here. Just to kind of give you some perspective here. Why does lake effect snow build up? It looks like I have a typo in my graphic. Apologies for that. But essentially, it's because of the warm, moist water, right, from the lakes, the Great Lakes, and of course the colder land. What happens is that cold and drier air moves over the lakes. A lot of that warmer air starts to evaporate, and then you get the moisture mixed with the cold air, and that kind of allows for a fetching effect, whereas essentially water gets just pumped in, all that moisture into the cold air, and just allows for consistent and heavy amounts of snowfall to form, of course, on the eastern side of the lakes there. Very typical effect this time of year. Let's see if the graphic wants to progress. So this, of course, continues, and as it continues and continues and continues, that's why you see those heavy buildups. In fact, during lake effect snow events, my grandpa used to tell stories to me. He's from the Buffalo area, that they used to jump up on their roofs and jump off, climb up on the roofs and jump off into the snow because it was so high. Probably don't recommend that, right, for the kids, especially these days. But hey, it's a fun little story to tell. But yeah, so essentially the cold air, you can see that getting pumped up over the warmer lakes allows for a pretty quick buildup, and that's how you get 66 to 72 inches reported with this event. So pretty crazy stuff up there. If you have friends or family in the area, make sure you're checking in on them, because I know that not just isn't it kind of crazy, but it can be a little bit dangerous. Here in the Charlotte area, of course, we're not dealing with any of that, but we are dealing with some colder temperatures still today, at least colder than average. Beautiful blue skies today will allow for temps to warm up pretty quickly. So I mentioned at the top of this stream 31 this morning. We're warming all the way up to about 58 this afternoon. Now, this is a little bit warmer than what I had earlier this morning at 6 o'clock, because of course we're always watching those trends. We didn't get as cold this morning, so we started off warmer, which typically means that we can get warmer in the afternoon, especially with this dry air in place. Tonight, you're going to notice a few more clouds building in. That'll be ahead of our next cold front. What that's going to do is bring in a few clouds overnight, so temps will be a little bit more mild again, right around the freezing mark. And then tomorrow afternoon, we'll struggle a little bit to get out of the upper 40s in a few spots. So temperatures in the afternoon a little bit chillier, right around about 51 degrees. But I think Saturday definitely by far the pick of the weekend for sure, just because of the drier air, the mostly sunny conditions, and highs reaching close to 60. I know I've gotten a lot of, I wouldn't say complaints, but a lot of people messaging like, oh, when is this cold air going to be done? When is this cold air going to be done? What I will say, the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook long range does look like we'll be a little bit closer to normal for this time of year. So our average high and low for November 19th, that's the date today, is 39 for a low and about 62 for a high. So we're going to be trending a little bit closer to that as we wrap up November and head into the early half of December. So November was definitely a weird month. We started off significantly warmer than average. We were in the mid 70s, and then now we're ending the month here, or at least this stretch in the mid 50s. So we've been kind of about 10 degrees above average, 10 degrees below, but it looks like we'll end the month pretty close to normal. In fact, that's where we're trending for Thanksgiving. The temperature trends pretty steady around 60 degrees, so anywhere between the upper 50s to lower 60s. And then the rain has still been trending a little bit later in the day, and a little bit drier than previously forecast. So right now I'm going about 30%, mainly in the late afternoon and into the early evening hours. But it still looks like Friday is probably going to be our wettest day of the week, although those were trending drier too. So through about Tuesday, we have a 20% chance of rain with just a few showers possible with a few more clouds. But looking ahead, really our next big potential for rain is going to be that Friday event. So here we are Thursday into the afternoon. You can see a few showers around, but look how this progresses, especially into Friday morning. I think this is notable not just for travel, but also because a lot of folks will be out and about probably shopping for Black Friday deals on Friday morning, especially. And then the rain will pretty much filter out by Saturday, but the leftover moisture will allow for another snowfall potential in the mountains. This one could be probably one of the first where we can have multiple inches, and that'll be Saturday and into Sunday of next weekend. So we got about a week away to watch out for that. So 7-day forecast. I know this is a lot of the reasons why many of y'all are here. So again, today, upper 50s, mostly sunny. It'll be a really, really nice day. We're chillier tomorrow afternoon just because of the breeze building in, plus the fact that highs will only reach the lower 50s. Then we're kind of on that warming trend as high pressure builds in next week. Wednesday, the warmest day of the week, partly sunny. We're still on the warmer side for Thursday, but a few more clouds will prevent us from getting all the way up to about 62. Few showers in the latter half of the day. And then Friday, we will see our rainiest day. And then I do think next weekend is trending a little bit on the cooler side too, but still, again, we're getting closer to that average as we get closer to the end of November and early December. And just a good little reminder, if you guys look at the upper right-hand corner of our 7-day, we will always have the average high and low for the date in there. So I hope everyone has a happy, safe, and healthy Saturday ahead. Tomorrow, again, going to be a little bit cooler, so make sure you have the jacket ready. But I think many folks are really excited about Thanksgiving coming up. Time to spend, reflect and spend time with friends and family. So I hope you guys have a great weekend and next week too. And I'm actually off tomorrow. Chris is filling in for me on Wake Up Charlotte weekend. So I will see y'all back here on Wednesday, and then I'll be filling in on the morning show Thursday and Friday. I hope everyone has a safe, happy, fabulous Saturday and Sunday, and be sure to stay warm.